Samsung Galaxy Ozone, formerly known as MVP Ozone and MVP White, took third place during the Hot 6 OGN Champions summer season and were the winners of the spring season. Since they culminated enough circuit points between the 3 seasons of OGN Champions, Ozone managed to secure a spot in Worlds without having to play in the Korean qualifiers. Let's get started by introducing the players from the team. In the top lane we have Home, Dandy in the jungle, Dade in the mid lane, Imp as the marksman, and Mata on the support role. Ozone's top laner has a story of his own. As a teenager, Home dreamt of becoming a professional gamer, but it was disapproved of by his parents. After completing his mandatory military service, Home took a second chance at his teenage dream by becoming a professional gamer. At the age of 29, Home is one of the oldest pro gamers out there and is a part of one of the strongest teams in Korea. While in lane, Home plays tanky champions with heavy initiations like Shen and Zac to engage in fights and protect the carries on his team. Home is the backbone of Ozone. He is not the one to carry the game for his team, but you can always trust him to get the job done. Lately, Home has been favoring Nasus, and if allowed time to farm his Q, becomes a true carry with an innate tankiness that spells disasters for most teams. Besides these 3 champions, look for Renekton and Yorick picks. Moving into the jungle, Dandy is one of the best junglers in Korea. He loves to play aggressive champions like Lee Sin, Elise, and Jarvan to put pressure all over the map. Dandy doesn't particularly look to gank all the time as his targets aren't in lane, but in the jungle. He studies his opposing junglers meticulously and will look to render them useless through counter-ganking and counter-jungling. Dandy is one of the scariest Lee Sins in Korea, and he demonstrates it with amazing Lee Sin mechanics that rival Insect. In this play, Dandy safeguards to a ward and flash Dragon's Rage the Caitlyn into the enemy team, knocking up all 4 members, creating a 5-man Lee Sin kick, and sets up a perfect team fight for Ozone that resulted in an ace. As Dade is about to die to a Nocturne gank, Dandy immediately comes to the rescue. Dandy safeguards to Dade and kicks the enemy Lissandre with Shen teleporting, using Stand United on top of her away and saves Dade while wasting 2 global ultimates from the enemy team. Dade is an extremely aggressive mid laner who tends to bully his lane and snowball in the early game. Often or not, Dade will be ahead in CS and picks up solo kills on the enemy mid laner. During the OGN Spring Finals, Dade dismantled CJ and his Blaze with his aggressive Zed play. Along with his Zed, champion pool includes Karthus, Ezreal for double AD compositions, and Twisted Fate. Dade has incredible game sense as he predicts Vi and Ahri are going to all in him. He stays near his tower and calls Mata for help. As Vi uses Assault and Battery on Dade, he flashes to Mata and stuns Vi under tower, while Mata flash fears Ahri. Dade picks up a kill on Ahri, but he isn't done yet. He uses Destiny and Gate to close the distance on Vi and secures the double kill. Now for the duo lane, Imp and Mata are arguably the best pair in the world. Each possesses the skill to be considered one of the best of their respective roles. Imp is considered as the best Vayne in the world with his incredible mechanics. And Mata is considered to be on Mad Life tier with support in mechanics and vision control. When the chips are down, Ozone can always count on their bot lane to carry the game. Mirroring Mad Life in skills on Thresh, Mata also plays Fiddlesticks and Zyra, while Imp prefers to play dueling marksmen such as Vayne, Caitlyn, and Ezreal. Now let's talk about Ozone's compositions and playstyle. Ozone can play various amounts of compositions, but they most favor compositions that involve late-game scaling champions. In the past, Ozone has played champions like Karthus and Ryze exclusively for Dade, and Vayne for Imp if she's not been banned. Their mechanics are so sound they can always get to late game and outscale their opponents in lane. Home prefers tankier champions like Shen and Zac, and in the group stages of OGN Summer, Home played exclusively Yorick to synergize with the late game carries even more. As Imp and Mata are one of the best duos in Korea, they could even dominate lanes that might otherwise be classified as counter picks against them. Mata always brings heavy crowd control supports like Thresh, Zyra, and Fiddlesticks to create picks and protect Imp during team fights. The way Ozone ensures their survivability in the early game is by having Dandy on aggressive junglers like Lee Sin and Elise. Dandy can always predict where the enemy jungler is and makes plays with his counter ganks. During team fights, Home and or Dandy will be the initiator along with the crowd control from Mata and as much disruption as possible, while Imp and Dade skirts around the enemies, killing them one by one. As of late, Ozone has been favoring double AD compositions with Ezreal mid and Imp on Caitlyn, along with Home on top lane Nasus, Mata on Thresh, and Dandy on Jarvan. With this composition, Ozone is able to siege towers and take down objectives at an alarming rate. With Jarvan, Ozone still has the early game pressure from Dandy and teamfight capabilities with Cataclysm and the box from Thresh, while Nasus runs wild into the enemy teams and chases down their carry out of teamfights. In this map, Ozone heads down mid as a group, heading to the bottom side curve brush, while Mata splits off from the team and wards the brush behind their red buff. They wait at the brush for Mata to catch up with the team and head into the enemy's red jungle, warding the brush behind them. In this invade, the ward behind red catches out the entire enemy team, and Ozone sends Home and Imp to scout around mid. Dandy and Dottie guard the Wraith entrance, and Mata ventures into the red jungle and wards the brush at Wraith, the brush near red, and uses his last green ward next to the golems. Mata has been going into the enemy jungle and warding near the double golems right outside of tower vision. Imp and Mata waits around for mid as long as they can to catch a glimpse of which laner is going to which lane from the vision granted by the ward. Then Ozone can adapt and play out their lanes accordingly. During the group stages, Ozone often used between 2 to 3 wards at level 1, but now they are improving their vision control in the early game by using 4 to 5 wards earlier to ensure that they get the lanes that they want. Samsung Galaxy Ozone is seen as one of the strongest teams in Korea, and they definitely have the results to back it up. Their consistent performance since the OGN Spring Playoffs has earned the respect from teams all around the world. Ozone is not just another team, they are a family. They trusted each other through the worst of times and made it to the end as the Spring winners. Now they are ready to take on the rest of the world in the Season 3 World Championships. Credits to OnGameNet for video footage. Please be sure to like and subscribe to Cloth5 for more great videos. Thank you so much for watching.